just stick with me on this video, okay?
Here's a Gen X game. If you did any of the following, you're out. See if you can make it to the end. You drank a Bartles James or a Boone's Farm at a house party.
I'm out.
Or in a field. Or you drank one of them at a house party and you ended up in a field.
I'm out.
And had no idea how you got there. You could also substitute for it Everclear, Purple Passion, Mad Dog 2020. You know, you never turned the light on in the car because your parents told you if you did, it was a federal crime.
I'm out.
Past the time in school, you put glue on the palm of your hands, waited for it to dry, and then peeled it off.
I'm out.
You rode your bike to a different zip code, and
I'm
your
out.
parents had no idea where you were until 10 p.m. when that commercial came on asking them if they knew where their children were. You climbed out of your bedroom window to go smoke. You told your parents you were sleeping over at your friend's house.
Oh, I'm out.
And then that friend told their parents they were sleeping over at your house.
So out.
And then both of you ended up sleeping over at somebody else's house.
Completely
You
out.
still have Columbia House debt. You used baby oil to suntan. And you had a toxic relationship with Sonnen. You made a mixtape off of the radio. You got right up to a fan and talked into it so you can sound like a robot.
Yeah.
You went to the roller rink and somehow ended up slow dancing. So how did you do? Did you make it to the end?
Well, I was out on the first question, the second question, the third question, the fourth question, and every question right up until the very end. Because even though I've been to my fair share of roller rinks, I've never slow danced at one, mainly because who the fuck wanted to slow dance with my ass back in the day? Having said that, if you guys don't know who that is, that's Dan Regan. He does a lot of Gen X, humorous Gen X content. And I have just confirmed he is going to be my guest on March 16th, Monday, March 16th at 7 p.m. Central on my YouTube live series on Monday nights. So I go live on YouTube every Monday night with a guest. I just started this series a few weeks ago. I've had some phenomenal guests on in the first 3 episodes. I have a couple more candidates for office coming up over the course of the next 2 weeks. And then we're going to have Dan on, and we're going to talk about a whole lot of Gen X memories. We're going to talk about the things that make us nostalgic, being from the generation that we are. And if you would like to show up for that live on Monday night, March 16th, to give Dan some shit for making you feel old with all of his content, by all means, feel free, because we are going to give Dan some shit. We're going to talk about all things Gen X, but there's going to be just a brief moment where he's going to get a tongue lashing for making us all feel like we should go get fucking canes and walking chairs or shower chairs, I should say, and shit like that. So tune in Monday, March 16th, 7 p.m. Central, only on my YouTube channel, Tom Powell Jr., to watch me and Dan Regan talk about all things Gen X.